I love you too, sir. All right, settle down, everybody. We got a great show tonight, I'm telling you. My first guest, you know my first guest from her award-winning role as Karen on the smash hit NBC show Will and Grace. This weekend, she is hosting Saturday Night Live with musical guest Clay Aiken. Please welcome Megan Mullally. Here.
I haven't seen you in so long.
I know, it's so great to have you on the show.
It's nice to be here.
Yeah, congratulations, first of all, on everything. You're hilarious on Will and Grace. It's all going so well for you.
I got married and you had a baby.
That's right.
That?
Yeah, nice. Right? How long did you get married?
4 months ago.
Right, 4 months ago. You liking it so far?
We split up. No. It was a trial marriage. No, it's
it
fantastic.
Didn't work out.
Yeah. No, it's
He's gay.
Great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's never gotten in the way before.
Yeah, oh, nice. That's funny because I know when I got married, it was like 2 years ago. After I got married, every day people were like, "How's it going?
Yeah.
How's it going?" What did they want me to say? Like, "It's not going so good. I'm scared." I don't know what they meant, but what they, yeah, it was just fine.
They want you to fail.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People want me to fail.
Yeah.
I'll show them. I'll show them all. My parents. All right, now. You're hosting Saturday Night Live, and I used to work there back in the day, back in the late 1950s. I was a writer on that show, and we would dream of having a host like you, someone really funny. I'm sure you'll do a great job, but I'm just curious, how do you like the schedule on Saturday Night Live? Because it is hard. There's no sleeping when you do that show.
But there is, my friend. There is sleeping. It's been very laid back. They're all really super relaxed. As a matter of fact, last night, I had a dream that I think can go unrivaled in the history of dreams. Like, I don't think it could be contested. Like, I don't think it could be topped, in other words.
That is an impressive claim. Let's see if you got the goods.
Hear the
yeah,
dream?
Let's hear this dream, yeah.
I had a dream that I was flying. Now, flying dreams, of course, we already know are pretty great. If you've had one, they're good.
Yeah.
Very magical. Flying over the world and looking down at the beautiful scenery. And I was having an orgasm at the same time.
In the dream. In the dream you were. That sounds like a pretty amazing dream.
Top that.
Flying, well, I think I can. You're in my dream. Yeah. And it's pretty good. And there's a choo-choo train. There's a lot of melted chocolate, and, well, I'll tell you later. This isn't really for children who primarily want. Now,
it's a kid's show.
Have you all, it really is for children. We're being broadcast on Nickelodeon right now. Do you have sexual dreams often? Have you?
Yeah. Well, I'm a Scorpio. Apparently it goes with the territory. But, yeah, I had my first erotic dream when I was 3.
When you were 3?
It was appropriately 3-ish. You want to hear that one?
Yeah. I like this.
There was a witch, and she put me in an oven, and she was going to cook me and then take me out and eat me, and I was like, oh, yeah, cook me. Cook me in the oven.
Good Lord. Wow. This is when you were 3?
Totally turned on by it. And then it was a recurring dream. Like, I kept having it until I was like 6 or 7.
Until the old age of 6 and 7 when you... Well, it's funny because I had, heard that you were very sort of sexual when you were younger. I mean, I read a story about this, that you actually liked stripping when you were younger. It was like in a tabloid. I don't know if tabloids are real.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're totally real.
But it said that, is this true that you used to want to be a stripper when you were little?
Well, I came home, there was one year I took the bus in 3rd grade, and they dropped me off on the front lawn, and somebody had cast a bunch of 45s out the window of their car, the records that were like this big.
Right.
They'd like just threw them out the window, and they landed on my yard. So I picked them up and took them in, and one of them was Ebb Tide on side A, and then the B side was the stripper, you know, da-da-da, da-da-da, and I thought that was genius. And there was this girl down the street that wanted to be a Playboy bunny, so I figured, well, we'll team up. And I had one...
What kind of neighborhood is this? Where was Mr. Rogers this whole time?
That's right, it's in Oklahoma City. It's in those towns where there's nothing to do that these crazy things happen. And I had this like shocking pink boa that my mom had bought me. And so my friend and I would take turns like stripping, and it got to the point where we were literally stark naked, like you know, crazy like third grade.
To the music, to the music.
Yeah, to the music, really loud. And at one point, this is how it all came crashing to a halt. Was my mom walked in, and she was like, "I don't think so."
I think this is stopping now.
Not.
Wow.
And I was a total lesbo when I was little. Every time I would have a little girl over to spend the night, I'd be like, "Let me tickle your back." And then I'd be trying to like tickle some other things.
Oh my God.
Yeah, total lesbo, complete
This is incredible.
Yeah.
What a childhood. You and I have so many things in common now. I'll tell you later about that. Again, not for the children. I wonder if you have something in common with me, which is I've been doing this show for over 10 years now, and I get to pretty much meet everybody I want to meet, but I still get starstruck if we have some idol of mine on the show. And I know your situation, you're getting so many awards left and right. You're going to these, you know, big events where there are all these huge celebrities. Do you ever see one and you think, like, I can't believe I'm seeing my idol?
Well, I'm pretty self-possessed around other celebrities, but there was one embarrassing. It couldn't be like, you know, like somebody cool. It has to be Meryl Streep, of course, you know. But I do love her. So I had never really seen her in person, and I was at the SAG Awards last year, and I was up there like presenting or something, and I looked into the audience, and I saw Julianne Moore, who I also really like, and she's going, which is really sweet. And I thought, that's so nice. So then it was my category, and I won. And so I'm like, I wasn't thinking, oh, I won a SAG award. I was thinking, oh my God, I get to walk right past Meryl Streep. Because she was sitting in the front row. So as I was walking past, I thought, well, if Julianne Moore could mouth I love you to me, I guess I could mouth it to Meryl Streep. But forgetting that I had just won an award, and I was wearing this crazy, like, fuchsia dress, walking up steps, you know, on national television. So, I fell down. So I was going, I love plonk, and I clanked out on the steps, and like my boobs were falling out, and she was just like, oh, who's that loser? So sad.
And then you said to her, can I tickle your back?
Yeah.
Also, the problem is you got cut off saying I love you. She probably thought it was like some kind of threat, like I'm going to get you alone. You know, probably didn't know what you were saying.
She might have my house staked out by security.
No, but mostly you're pretty cool around big celebrities.
Yeah, I'm not
You're
bad.
being pretty calm around me, I'll say.
Oh, right. I hide it well.
Now, speaking of big stars, Clay Aiken is doing the music this week on Saturday Night Live.
I know.
He sold like 100 billion records, I think.
Oh,
That's
really?
the actual statistic, 100 billion records.
Word. That's impressive.
Yeah, I looked it up, yeah.
No, but I thought it was funny because usually the musical guest is like Jay-Z or, you know, the latest groovy, and I get, you know, Clay Aiken. So apparently,
You're going to be seeing him again soon. No, he just is more of a, he casts a wider net.
Then it's him and me, it's like Revenge of the Nerds. It's not, like, there's no groovy,
that'll make it
like,
better.
Kid Rock. Oh, honey, no, I am literally like Kid Rock compared to him.
Right.
No, I mean, if you want, no, he's conservative, and he's very sweet.
Right,
and
sweet.
very talented.
There, all set now.
Yeah.
We cleaned it all up.
Woo, that was close.
Did you watch American Idol? Did you ever? I got to admit, I watched the first. I got into it the first season. I didn't really check it out the second season as much. But did you watch it when it was?
First season, and this is another pathetic story. The first season, I was so invested in it. There was one night where, and I'm not exaggerating, this is an actual number, my husband and I, on our cell phones, speed dialing, voted for Kelly Clarkson 775 times.
Really?
Yeah, we were in the kitchen. We were like, 600? 612. Like, we just are counting, like an exact count. And I was like, why didn't we go for 800? We got to 775.
I forgot that you could vote multiple times. It would be weird if they ran the primaries that same way. Then teenage girls were voting for, you know, whoever they liked 195 times. But why was that legal that you could vote over and over and over again for the same person?
Was. Maybe you can't do it anymore, but you could that first season.
Pretty hot stuff. What the hell was that? I love that. I love that that's an interview moment. That's my favorite thing. Like, what the hell was that? So many people at home are like eating pudding right now. What was that? What's wrong with them? I'm sorry. I'll try and be more professional next time. Will and Grace airs Thursday nights, of course, on NBC, and you're hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend with musical guest Clay Aiken, and you're a hilarious person. I love talking to you. Thank you so much for being here. Mullally, everybody. Harry Connick Jr. coming up. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.